This broke right now. Doctor Who gains its own Heartstopper as Yasmin Finney joins the cast. This was on Instagram about an hour ago, where Yas Demand on Instagram, Yasmin Finney on Instagram, posted a picture with a rose emoji, plus symbol, and a blue box, with Russell T Davies commenting on it saying Doctor Who's own Heartstopper. So we kind of assumed that this was happening. And now I have so many tabs open because so much stuff is happening. So we assumed that this would be happening. But yeah, now I've not seen Yasmin in anything. All I know is that she was in Heartstoppers, the big Netflix show that is taking the world by storm. Yasmin Finney has joined the cast of Doctor Who, playing the character of Rose, and is filming scenes that are due to air in 2023 to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary. Currently captivating audiences with performances at El Argent in Heartstoppers, Yasmin is receiving rave reviews across the globe. Speaking of joining Doctor Who, Yasmin says, if anyone would have told 8-year-old Yasmin that one day she'd be part of this iconic show, I would never in a million years believe them. This show has a place in so many people's hearts, so to be seen as a trans actress by the legend himself, Russell, has not only made my year, it's made my life. I cannot wait to begin this journey, and for all of you to see how Rose blossoms, get ready. Russell T Davies, showrunner, adds, life on Doctor Who gets brighter and wilder. How can there be another Rose? You'll find out in 2023, but it's an absolute joy to welcome Yasmin to the Doctor Who set. We all fell in love with her in Heartstopper, one of those shows which changes the world, and now Yasmin can change the Whoniverse. So, someone, I think it was actually Sophie Isles who tweeted this. This dropped a few months ago from Andy Pryor, who is the casting director of Doctor Who, has been the casting director of Doctor Who since its revival in 2005, has been responsible for casting all of the Doctors, or has been part of casting all of the Doctors. And we've got this. Andy Pryor, casting director, BBC One TV drama Open Casting. Andy Pryor Casting are currently looking for a young UK-based trans femme actor, young-looking 17 to 18-year-old to play 15, of mixed black and white heritage. The character has one black parent and one British white parent, for a very nice guest lead role in a major BBC drama. Lily. It's not Rose, it's Lily. Creative, clever, confident. That said, Lily does feel the weight of being perceived as different, but doesn't let that get in her/their way. Lily is caring, thoughtful, and very perceptive. An incredibly fast learner who will do anything she/they can to look after those who are important to her/them. Lily has grown up in London, so accent can be anything from strong London to neutral RP or MLE, multicultural London English. Must be available to film full-time for several weeks from May/June 2022. So yeah, it seems that this was real. This is something that people speculated about, but it seems that Andy Pryor did find their trans femme actor of mixed black and white heritage, and they found them in Yasmin Finney, who has been officially confirmed to be playing a character called Rose. That news broke, as I was starting the live stream, so we have to get that out of the way first. Now, there was a fake Doctor Who Twitter account saying that Yasmin Finney was playing Rose Temple Noble. That was not an official BBC Doctor Who account, and I think that account has since been deleted or is hiding away now, but it could be the daughter of Donna and something Temple. What's their name in the End of Time? I want to say Ryan Temple, but I feel like I could be completely wrong here. Shaun Temple. Thank you, Red. Who has that information off the top of their head? No disrespect to Shaun Temple of the End of Time, but who remembers? I remember Temple Noble, because that's a really funny line in the End of Time. Noble Temple. No, it's Temple Noble. And who said Temple Noble? It was Wilf, who has been spotted on the set. So not content with just casting and announcing the 14th Doctor while I was away, while myself and my wife were on the bus journey home, this dropped. They're back. David Tennant and Catherine Tate return to Doctor Who. Read more here on the Doctor Who TV website. We've got these photos here of David Tennant and Catherine Tate back to back posing for the camera. They're back. David Tennant and Catherine Tate, one of the most loved pairings in Doctor Who's history, have reunited and are filming scenes that are due to air in 2023 to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary celebration. The Doctor and Donna parted ways when the Doctor had to wipe Donna's memory, making her forget him in order to save her life. He left her family with a warning: if ever she remembers, she will die. But with the two coming face to face once more, the big question is just what brings the Doctor and Donna back together. Russell T Davies, showrunner, says they're back, and it looks impossible. First, we announce a new Doctor, and then an old Doctor, along with the wonderful Donna. What on earth is happening? Maybe this is a missing story, or a parallel world, or a dream, or a trick, or a flashback. The only thing I can confirm is that it's going to be spectacular, as two of our greatest stars reunite for the battle of a lifetime. So yeah, that's all we've got. The wording here is very interesting. Filming scenes that are due to air in 2023 to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary celebrations. Now, we also know from the official Doctor Who Twitter account that we also have a new character called Rose, played by Yasmin Finney, who is going to be part of this as well, and they are currently filming. Pictures are dropping in left, right and centre on Twitter because they're filming in Camden Market. Also spotted on set, director Rachel Talalay, director of Death in Heaven, Dark Water, Heaven Sent, Hell Bent, World Enough in Time, and The Doctor Falls. Basically, the MVP director of the Peter Capaldi era of the show. One of the best in the industry right now. P-Sync Rachel Talalay tweeted it wasn't her. What? I'd be very surprised because Rachel Talalay has been liking and reposting a load of the stuff on Instagram that's been dropping, wasn't it? Rachel Talalay. She hadn't been reposting stuff from the Chris Chibnall era, but she has from the Rusty Davies era. This is her stories right now. This is actually about to expire. Her reposting on a story of David Tennant and Catherine Tate returning to Doctor Who. So she's promoting and still sharing this stuff, so I would be surprised if this wasn't her. But anyway, questions for later. The reason I think this was revealed now, David Tennant and Catherine Tate return to Doctor Who, is because they are currently filming in Camden Market. Here's some photographs of David Tennant in costume. Whether or not he's just wearing a coat on top of his normal costume, or if the coat is part of his costume, it looks like just a slightly darker version of his normal brown suit outfit with the trainers, the sand shoes, but he has like a dark, a navy blue, knee-length jacket on top of it as well. So it'll be quite interesting seeing if this is part of the costume. The TARDIS is in the background as well, further back. But yeah, you're going to see so much fake stuff here. So much fake stuff. I'm in two minds about this. I'm really hoping that this is some sort of like parallel universe or alternate timeline thing. Like this is maybe what happened if this is like she didn't turn left, she turned left and then left again, meaning that she turned right instead. So it's turn left equals right. Bringing Donna Noble back and having her as a proper companion for the 10th Doctor proper, outside of the confines of like the Stolen Earth, pre-Turn Left, shall we say, because Turn Left goes straight into Stolen Earth, would kind of undercut the character. And Freddie Pierce, there we go, Turn Lefter, there we go, further left. And Aidan Woodhead's right, I'm worried they're going to ruin Donna's ending. Yeah, this is why I think it has to be some sort of side story or some alternative timeline or whatever. But, Russell kind of nips this in the bud immediately. What on earth is happening? Missing story, parallel world, dream trick, flashback? We don't know. It could literally be any of those things or nothing else. Slippy Tiger, Doctor Who U-turn. There we go. Do a U-turn. Comrade Donna, thank you, Jimmy City Blues. This is the vibe that we're going for. This seems like maybe a side story, maybe a single special, or something akin to Time Crash or something for children in need or whatever. Who knows? But it makes sense. Like, I've been saying that they're going to be gearing up production because of the stuff advertised on Bad Wolf. And while it seems to not be the 14th Doctor stuff that they're going to start filming, or maybe they're doing studio stuff there, who knows? I think that we're going to be either getting a Christmas special or something in early 2023, because why would you start filming now for something that's going to be broadcasting in October, November next year? I think that this is going to be coming out earlier in the year as like a stopgap between the centenary and Shootagatwa. And I also think that there's going to be more announcements to come. I'm starting to think that, like, I didn't believe the rumor that David Tennant was going to be the 14th Doctor. I didn't believe that at all. I thought that would have been so regressive for the show, for the franchise, for David Tennant, and for everyone involved, to be honest. And it would have been like, yeah, Rusty Davies is just doing exactly the same thing now. But now that he has been confirmed to be returning with Catherine Tate as well, and we have Shootagatwa as the 14th Doctor, and we maybe have a new companion, or someone, who knows, someone else involved, who was not part of the 10th Doctor and Donna's story before, indicates that we are in for changes, even if the cast members are recognisable. I won't give them the name, but somebody has DM'd me. These are photos that they took from Camden. Let me just put it in a different tab so I can read what they put. This is photos that they took from Camden of Rachel Talalay on the set. This is a different photo from the one we saw before. She's in the process of putting a face mask on. The photo says, hey, was my photo of Rachel. Definitely her 100%. Saw her pre-mask, was here. Then she put it on. All the photos online are with mask. So maybe Rachel is just denying it. But yeah, Wilfred Mott in a wheelchair as well. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Because I know that Bernard Cribbins, dude's old. He wasn't able to make it to the London Comic Con. He was booked in for it, but he wasn't unable to make it. Hopefully he's doing well, but he is old. He's 93 years old. Doctor Who Sausage Roll Twitter. Wilf spotted. Let's look at this video. Also, wondering why they've covered up the TARDIS there. That could just be a reflector, because the light's there, light's pointing. Maybe it's just they just wanted extra lighting on the TARDIS. King's Air says, and we heard his voice 100% Wilf. Okay, cool.
There he is.
Sean Shelley, Bernard Chaddings, yes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, sure, you looking around.
Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I'd say he looked a little bit like Nicholas Courtney from the Sarah Jane Adventures. I'm not saying this is happening, of course, but the video, of course, for those of you who just listen, this is a mobile phone footage from long distance, zooming in at a film crew. TARDIS is on the left. Bernard Cribbins is in a wheelchair.
Yes.
David Tennant is, I don't know if they could be filming, I don't know, but he's looking up. He's doing doctorly faces. He's like mouth open agape.
Yeah, sure, you looking around.
He goes to Wilf's wheelchair, steadies him, walks in front of him. Yeah, okay, they're blocking.
I'm just spamming.
This is a video.
Somebody walks in, presumably
I got Wilf in the video.
First.
About 30 of them.
Yeah, so Wilf on video. Nice. Bernard Cribbins is back then. Anything else? Mega spoiler, Wilf's back. This is a photo, zoom in proper, computer, enhance. And that looks like Bernard Cribbins, flat cap, brown coat. Thomas says, yes, this is seen very family. I think in the video they were blocking, because you saw how David really quickly got into position and sort of planted his feet. So yeah, I think that Thomas says there was another quality vid. What, this one? This is Wilf in his Christmas outfit, dancing. That's the high quality video. Anyway, the video from earlier, but from a different angle. David Tennant is pushing Wilf's wheelchair. Okay, he looks like he's being called to action. Thank you, Tom. That's the one, apparently. Yeah, it looks like he's ready to, like, be cued. I better not get content ID'd for this. And action. Oh, is that Catherine Tate as well? She just, like, appears behind a spectator's head. Yeah, I think that's Catherine Tate. Maybe a Catherine Tate double, because we don't see her face, but it looks like a scene where the 10th Doctor and Catherine Tate push Wilf, who's in a wheelchair, into the TARDIS. And move on. Okay, somebody from behind. Yeah. Someone from behind also is, like, behind them shouting, move, or boom, which looks like maybe they're reacting to a sound effect. So maybe they're running away from an explosion or something. BBC Studios apparently got caught out by one of the fake announcements. This is something I saw BBC Doctor Who Twitter, but it's got an extra R at the end of Doctor, so this is a fake account. He may have knocked 4 times, but if the 10th Doctor is back, his killer can't be far behind. Bernard Cribbins returns to Doctor Who, and BBC Studios apparently retweeted this. So they were filming outside of Cyberdog, which is a shop in Camden, with 2 giant metal statues out front. It's basically a cyberpunk shop. Here's a photo of it here. Cyberdog, and there's 2 Metropolis-looking robot statues next to it. There was a photo of this where you couldn't see the word dog. It was like a photo from an angle. So you just saw these 2 cyber-looking mofos and the word cyber. And people were speculating, is this a Cyberman story? Is this like a cyber conversion warehouse or something? And people from London were like, no, it's Cyberdog. It's an actual shop.